excited for today's video. I am finally got the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette, or Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. This is what it looks like. I already got it dirty, clearly. I'm so proud of you, Jaclyn. So happy for you. And I also want to say to everyone out there, this just shows that dreams do come true no matter who you are or where you come from. Stay humble, stay true to who you are, be nice, and good things happen. So in today's video, I review this palette and use it on my eyes. I don't do swatches for you guys, but I talk about the palette. If you want me to do swatches, I totally can in the next video, but I feel like the way the colors work on the eyes speaks for itself. They are so pigmented. Definitely was pleasantly surprised with the way this turned out. I was kind of disappointed after I heard so many mixed reviews, and I actually watched a video where there was some horrendous swatching, and I'm a little aggravated now because that's very, like, after receiving this palette, after purchasing this palette, after using it, I am honestly shocked that anyone could be upset with it at all. I have purchased Tarte palettes that are this big and have 9 shadows in them, and I am not happy with it at all. They are so hard to blend. They are so hard to blend, and they are all the same tone, and every single one of them is matte. So honestly, no, there's no complaints here. This is fantastic. There is the right amount of every single tone in here. I mean, it's gorgeous. Not only that, but the formula is definitely different. I just want to say that these two greens look so much more incredible in person than what they look on camera. Nonetheless, I think that the shadow is so stunning. Is it just me, or does these shimmers look so much more intense? And mind you, I applied them with a wet brush, but it was not a soaking wet brush, and I only used water, no setting spray. So bomb. I used like 7 of them. I layered like 7 or 8 of them, and they didn't get chunky or no fallout. I mean, phenom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see my thoughts and how I got this eye look, then just keep on watching. So we're going to prep the eyes with a concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10. Using this Real Techniques setting brush, I'm going to set my eyelids with the Tarte Smooth Operator Powder. Now for the fun part, this is my first time ever using the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill palette. It is so gorgeous. I will honestly use every single shade in this palette, and I really enjoy the colors that are very, very close to the same undertone but different. I know that not a lot of people enjoy that at all, but I don't think that there's too many of them, and I think that it creates a really good dimension to the eye, and that's a great addition to the palette. Take Silk Cream. Okay, initially I just want to say it does have a little bit of kickback, but way less than my Morphe 350. Taking this shade, I honestly have no idea what it's called. I thought that I remembered all of them. I know this one's Hunts, this is Roxanne and Hilster, but I don't know which this one is. It's right next to Cran Apple. I'm taking an M441, which is pretty much the same thing, but it's more blown out and fluffier. I'm going to go back into Silk Cream, and we're going to apply that to the top of this color to help ombre it and make sure that it doesn't get lost. I'm taking a bit of Hunts and Hilster, or Hunts and Roxanne. I think this is Roxanne and this is Hilster. I'm going to place those two colors on the lid using the Morphe 506, which is just a really dense, more... Wow, that is really pigmented. I just barely touched my eye, and I was not expecting that. Now taking a little bit of Roxanne and this color down here. I'm not sure what that color is, but it's almost like a purpley or pink undertone with a brown. So these two colors right here. And we're going to take that on the same Morphe M506. And we're going to keep this really low. And also kind of just bring it in the crease to define our crease a little bit. Okay guys, so I already did this eye off camera, and I'm just going to show you how I did it on this eye really quick. So I'm going to take the 506, and we are going to take this almost like purple-ish pink brown. It's a brown with undertones of like purple and pink. gonna take that and we're gonna keep this extremely low and directly in the crease. So I'm just gonna use a concealer brush. You can use any concealer brush you want. This is from Polished. I'm gonna take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light. This is my favorite for making cut creases. And I'm going to just make sure there's plenty on my brush, but not too much. And looking straight ahead at the camera, I'm gonna cut directly above where my natural crease is, like as close to the natural crease as I can get without it being. Taking this Kylie angled brush, I'm going to take the color Roxanne and this reddish color. I think the reddish color is Roxanne. I don't know what the brown color is called. Either way, I'm going to take that red and that reddish brown, and we're going to very, very precisely define the crease. My It Cosmetics Brow Bone Highlighter. I'm going to use the color Enlightened. Highlighting this inner corner, I'm just going to lightly drag it into the rest of the cut crease. Next, I'm just going to take this flat top brush, and I use a lot of these glitters. I used this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm going to go in that order. And I'll show you guys how I do that. So taking the lightest pink shade, and I did spritz my brush just a little bit with water. I am going to put that right where the white ends and kind of mix it into the white and a little bit past. Next, taking the color Firework. I'm going to run that right here, leaving a little room at the very end for Crayon Apple. So taking Crayon Apple, I'm going to put that right here. Okay, so now taking this almost brownish reddish shade that is a shimmer, I'm going to apply that to the inner 2/3, just kind of meshing all of the red and the orange together and giving it a little bit of an overall bronzy look. For a little bit of the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara on the upper lashes. Using the Visible Lift Radiance Booster from L'Oreal, I'm going to prime my face with this. Foundation, I'm going to be using the Mary Kay Time Wise Matte Foundation in the shade Beige 4. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10 Light. Setting with the Smooth Operator powder, the same powder I used to set my eyes. Now I'm going to use the Hoola Benefit Bronzer to bronze my face. L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in the color Precious Peach. I'm going to take my artisan brush. Now going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I've already got incredibly dirty, which I'm really upset about. I'm going to use the color Silk Cream underneath my eyes. The 506, I'm going to take Roxanne, Hunts, Hilster, and I'm going to take this brownish, almost like pinky or maroon, purpley, and put that right in the inner lash line. Then taking some black eyeliner. This is the supercharged super black eyeliner. Taking an E43 definer brush, I'm going to take the Abyss matte black shadow from the palette and set that. Taking the Wet n Wild liner, I'm just going to create a wing. I'm taking a little bit of that lightest pink. I believe the name is Faint. I'm going to put it right in that inner corner. Now mascara on the bottom. So now I'm going to contour using the BH Cosmetics contour palette, and I'm going to use this color right here. And I'm going to use that on the Benefit Kabuki brush. So for my lips, I used the L'Oreal Paris lipstick in the color Brazil Nut. And for the gloss, I topped it with the L'Oreal 8 Hour Gloss in the shade Truffle. Okay, so now let's get to the part that everyone wants to know. The palette. So basically, I just want to say that the formula and the blendability on this is phenomenal. Way, way better than the Morphe 350. Not only that, it's half as much kickback. And I'm not lying to you guys, I just demonstrated it earlier, but my camera space is really low. Besides formula, blendability, and everything, they are phenomenal. The only thing is they go on a little bit lighter on the eye than what they look in the pan. And that is what is important, is how they look on the eye. So for instance, this looks like a gold, almost yellowy highlight, and I have it in my brow bone and inner corner, and it shows up white on my skin tone, and I am on the paler side. So that is funny to me. I haven't used these mattes or these shimmers yet just because they were so overused so far. I really wanted to go for something more warm before everyone else got to it. Since everyone is creating looks like this, I have another look coming though, guys, don't worry. I've used almost all of these pink shimmers and they all blend so well. They're so less chunky than the Morphe 350 shadows. And I mean, comparing it to the 350, the price of this palette is perfect. It's $38 for 35 shadows, and I paid $42 after my discount and shipping and handling. However, whether I think this palette is worth it or not, I most definitely think it's worth it. I know that some of the colors look really similar in the pan, but on the eye they look a lot different, and when you use them alone, you can create different toned looks. I really enjoy this palette. I definitely think I'm going to get more use out of it than the 350, not only because there's a brow bone highlight and a black abyss color, but because there's such a nice variety of pops of color and mattes and shimmers and neutrals, and I'm all about that. There's warms and there's cools. There's absolutely everything you need in this palette. I feel like it's way more versatile than the 350 was. The 350 was as versatile of a palette I could find for myself at the time of shades that I liked. So yes, I definitely think this palette is worth it. Congratulations, Jaclyn. I'm so proud of you. I love you. I cannot wait for you one day to see my channel. And thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video before you leave. I love you all so much, and hopefully I will see you all in my next one. Bye!